Hey, what's up, you guys? Happy Monday, coming to you from the beach house. I just wanted to stop in real quick and ask you this question. Are you paying attention? Are you paying attention to yourself right now? So I've been doing some connection calls, some coaching calls, hey Tara, with different individuals and some people that I serve and some people that I coach with. And I have been really aware of what has been happening kind of within myself and during this time of quarantine, this time of processing, this time of so-called disconnection, but really reconnection. Like I made a shift that this is not a time of disconnection, but for many people, this is a time of reconnection to self, reconnection to what's happening up here, what's happening in here, and finding and seeing the difference of when your heart and your mind is not matching. Does that make sense? Hey Karen, good to see you. And really when this is not, when the mind is telling one thing but the heart is saying something else. So one of the things that I realized is, hey Amy, good to see you. Glad you're here. Yasmina, how you doing, love? So I'm talking about that. Are you paying attention to what's happening to you right now? I want you to follow me for just a second. So a couple weeks ago, I shared with you guys that I had like an anxiety attack or a panic attack or whatever you felt like, whatever you want to label it. And what I realized is that what it truly turned out to be for me was a moment of surrender again. I'm talking about walking in faith and I'm living in faith, but I needed a moment to tap back into my faith again, to surrender once more, to realize like, okay, I don't have control over all of this stuff, but I know that it's going to be okay. Follow me. I don't think I can remember a moment in my life where I felt that anxiety, that level of anxiety, that level of stress, that anxiety, that level of being out of not having control. But what I realize is that in doing these coaching calls with people, hey Ramona, how you doing, Vic? Yasmina, I see you, Tara. What I realized is that the gift that came in that experience is that as I've been doing these coaching calls, I'm now able to relate to people who are in a moment of anxiety. Like my moment of anxiety, now I have a place to tap back into. I have a reference point. Like I can speak to, oh yeah, I remember when I felt that way. Had I not had the experience, hey Kim, hey Jamie, had I not had the experience of having that anxiety attack or panic attack or whatever that was, which to me was really truly a moment of surrender, I wouldn't have been able to relate as much. And so what I love about this is the moments and the things that you're feeling right now, the feelings and the emotions that are coming up for you, you may be experiencing them for someone else. Coaches, authors, and speakers, I'm talking to you right now. Because pay attention to what you're feeling. Lizandra, I see you. Lizandra, the things that you're feeling, really pay attention to them. Not from just the moment of you have to experience this, but how do I use this experience to empower others? How do I use this experience to move other people forward? I believe that as healers, as coaches, as people that are here to serve, and we have been preparing for this moment. It's our moment to step up. And we have to be hypersensitive to how we're feeling, because it's not only for just us, it's for the people that we serve. I just got off of a call with somebody who was talking about the anxiety and was talking about the can't breathe and the feeling. And I just said, I said, I just went through that. I felt like I had an elephant on my chest. And just that, because I felt that moment, because I had experienced that, she was able to say, yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Now, had I not experienced that, I would have been able to get there, but I wouldn't have been able to truly understand the feeling that she was going through and be able to make that level of connection. And so I was able to say, well, this is what I did. And So I want you guys to be really, really aware. Pay attention to what are you feeling? What are the emotions? What are you doing? How are you moving through them? Like, pay attention to the experience, to your own thoughts. Pay attention to the behaviors of how you're showing up. Because those are going to be used to help move other people forward. Yasmina says, my heart and mind are a little disconnected at the moment with all that's going on, and my heart is at peace and trusting in the divine, but the mind, however, has difficulties with the concept of freedom is being taken away. Now listen, the freedom is exactly, Yasmina got it, connecting via your own experience, much more powerful. Like right now, we're being given the time to truly connect to ourselves, to reconnect with ourselves. Like we're connecting, but we need to be reconnecting with ourselves first and foremost, so that we can serve more, we can be more powerful, we can stand for what we truly believe. One of the things that I've noticed is the wish-washing. Is that a word? Wish-washing of people's opinions and values. And there are some things that I am dead on, like, I believe in this. And then there are others that I'm like, let me sit back and let me watch. Let me research. Let me take in some more information before I make my stand, before I really say, okay, this is truly what I believe. And part of that comes from this experience. Part of it comes from the feelings of, man, I can't control this. Man, I don't know. Like, it's requiring me to dig deeper. Like, we're now in 30, 40 days. Some people are even longer in this. So listen, right now is not the time to sit back. Right now is not the time. We've had the moments of sitting down and trying to figure this out. And ultimately, every day we're going to be figuring this out. Every moment we're going to be figuring this out. So I say this to you, and I'm going to be watching this again as myself, because it's a reminder to myself that the moments when I want to sit down and I don't want to do anything, and I want to turn on the TV, or I just want to go to bed, like I have to really be digging deeper within myself. What is it that's coming up? What is this feeling? Because I have to be aware of it, because as I serve the community, as I serve you, as I serve other people, as I serve the people that I coach, as I'm preparing to serve the people that I'm about to consult, I have to be aware of all of the different emotions, of all of the different feelings. And so if you're in a position of serving, I want you to really pay attention to what are you feeling? How are you moving through it? Where did that feeling come from? Like, even look inside of your body and where is this? Where am I feeling? Like right now, yesterday, so I made a joke about my Apple Watch. I don't know if you saw the post. And I yelled at my Apple Watch for saying I hadn't moved. Well, I wasn't moving because my neck was hurting, and I have this pain in there. And I realized that, I didn't do anything strenuous to create that. So what is that? Is it emotional pain? Is it stress? Is it like what is that? And that's why I'm trying to dig deeper in there, because as I'm having these conversations, what I realize is the gift that's coming through all of this is that I'm experiencing something because I'm about to help somebody move through the exact same situation. And I know many of you guys can relate. As I see the people that are joining on this Facebook Live, and I know the people that are going to be watching the replay, we're servers. We want to serve other people. And so it's so important for us as servers, as coaches, as people that are being there for other people, to really tap into what are we feeling. And really, as we're going through the moment, as we're pushing through the struggle, be in gratitude for it. Wow, I'm so grateful I had that anxiety attack. Man, I'm great. Oh, my house just creaked. Man, I'm grateful for this breakdown that I just had. Man, I'm grateful for this release of tears, of crying. Like, there's release in that, because now I can go through and I can relate to somebody on a deeper level. I can say, you know what, I was just there, but look at me now, I'm here. Let me show you what I did. Like, we have a responsibility to use every single experience in our lives to move our life and the lives of the people that we care about and the people that we serve, to move them forward, to elevate them through this experience. Like, that's our responsibility. As much as the people are out there, the essential workers that are on the front lines, the doctors, the nurses, the people that are even working at the grocery stores, the people that are picking up our trash on a daily basis, they're doing their job to serve. It is our job. Our way of serving looks a little bit different. Our way of serving shows up in us being at home and going through these experiences and going through the frustrations and going through the moments of like, man, I just want to throw my hands in. Our experience doesn't look like what it looks like out there, but it's just as important as we're going through it at home, as we're going through it in our office. We just serve differently. We may not have essential workers, but listen, it's essential for people to have their lives. It's essential for people to be able to have strong communication within their family. It's essential for people not to be tearing up their household trying to get through. And sometimes we have to take the sacrifice of going through it ourselves so that we can speak to it more powerfully. We can speak to it at a different level of understanding. And I say this after going through a few rough days of, it's almost like this roller coaster of, I have these really, really productive days and I'm doing really good. And then the next day it's just like a crash. Like, whoa, getting out of bed is hard. Taking a call or looking at the calendar and be like, oh, I got to do this. Like, sometimes those are difficult. But let me tell you how many times I get fed by being on the calls and serving. And the moments and the experiences and the thoughts that I just went through are showing up in these conversations. So this is not happening to us, it's happening for us. Karen says our service matters too. Yes. Angela says I am essential. Yes. You are essential to the healing of this planet, to humanity. So stay in action. Take a break when you need to take a break. Lay down when you need to lay down. Have a cookie if you need to have a cookie. Have some kale. Just reminded me, I'm going to air fry some kale today. It's kale chips. Sorry, squirrel. But listen, it's our time to serve. So pay attention. What are you feeling? What's the emotion? Look at the gratitude. Like, there's a lot of tools that you already have access to. I just wanted to simply come on and remind you to pay attention. Pay attention to what you're going through. You've heard the saying that, everything happens for a reason. I bet you that there is somebody out there that is going to need your experience. And they're just waiting on you. So pay attention. So if you want to have a connection call, what I love about what I've been doing the last couple weeks is having these just connection calls, just to serve. 15 minutes of saying hi, praying, strategizing, brainstorming, connecting. If you want to have one of those calls, I'll put the link in here. But know that I'm here to serve. I get just as much as out of those calls as I'm hearing those that are having them are getting them. And so I just want to say that I love you. I appreciate you. I'm here for you. We are going to get through this together. Like, that's not just a cheesy tagline that people are saying. We will get through this together. And we will come out as a stronger humanity than where we were when we first went in. I love you guys. I got to get back to work. But I just wanted to pop in and say, pay attention. I love you.